The information in this video is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Morale Monologue. My name is Michael Morale. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about something that I do believe happens to the majority of those of us with SMA. You know, over the past 3 or 4 weeks, I've noticed a significant amount of swelling in my feet and my ankles. And if you're anything like me, you spend the majority of your day sitting in your wheelchair, and the only time that you get out of your wheelchair is when you go to bed at night. And I'm the same way. But the swelling that's happening in my feet and my ankles is getting progressively worse. And it has been over the past 3 or 4 weeks. So much so that I thought that it may be something that I need to get checked out. You know, I've tried to eat a healthy diet. I try to do things that are really good for me, but with the pandemic going on, you know, Uber Eats and DoorDash have become a very popular item for those of us that are homebound because it gives us a way to still eat some out food and enjoy some semblance of what we consider life. So the swelling was getting worse, so I talked to my primary care physician, and she told me to go ahead and go to the emergency room and get this checked out. Now, that caused a problem because the last place I want to be is the emergency room where people are possibly infected with the coronavirus. But it was the risk that I was willing to take because I really wanted to get this checked out just to make sure that there wasn't anything more serious going on in my body. So I went to Baylor Scott & White here in Irving, Texas, where I live. And it's just a local hospital that's close to my house. And it's the hospital that I usually go into whenever something goes wrong. So I went to the ER, they checked me in, and they did all of their normal tests, you know, blood pressure, temperature. And so once I checked out, they took me to a room, and the doctor came in, and we spoke about this. The doctor looked at my ankles and my feet, and he said that there was quite a bit of swelling. But when he pressed on the ankles and the feet, he said that there probably wasn't anything wrong with regards to a blood clot because I was getting good capillary return. And he said that since this was happening bilaterally, meaning in both legs, he said the problem was just, you know, possibly something that I ate that had more sodium or just something that I did that caused this problem. And he didn't think it was anything serious. But just to be on the safe side, he took blood work and the blood work came back perfect. He said that there was no liver and kidney damage, and he even checked me for congestive heart failure, which runs in my family to begin with. So it was nice to know that that checked out and that I'm not positive for CHF. My father had CHF and so does my brother. So it's nice to know that I don't have it. Not to say that I won't get it, but I don't have it right now. So the doctor gave me a prescription for some Lasix, which is furosemide, which draws water away from the body. And I took this for 4 days and it definitely helped. And I also went to bed really early for the past 4 days, or the 4 days that I was on these pills, and that too helped relieve some of the swelling. So, you know, it's something that I think a lot of us need to think about. And my doctor also told me something that I really never thought about. He said, talk to your physical therapist about this and see if maybe they can help you. So I spoke with my physical therapist and I told them what happened, and they said that there is a procedure that they can do where they push the swelling away from my feet and my ankles and bring it back up into my legs and my upper extremities where my body can then disperse this fluid and possibly get rid of it. So when I went to physical therapy last week, they did this procedure on me and I saw some significant improvements. And what I did was we actually filmed this procedure while they did it. Now, while the video is over 7 minutes long, I just cut it back to where it's about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes, where they actually did the procedure and talked about not only how they do it, but why they do it. And I think you'll find it fascinating information that maybe you can talk to your physical therapist about. Because if they can do this for you, you'll probably get the same amount of relief that I did. Now, before I show you the video, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I don't want anybody sending me any messages down below the video about how ugly my legs are. I am perfectly aware that my legs look like something that crawled out of a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. So don't make any bad comments about my legs. Look, I'm never going to be a model, and so, hey, it's just me. but I think this is a problem that we all suffer from, and I'm hoping by watching the video, you'll learn something that maybe you can talk to your physical therapist about. So watch the video, and then afterwards, I'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Thanks. Thanks.
Go ahead, Danny.
So we have your feet inclined like this, so it's above your heart, so that the fluids can have a better way to access a path down to your heart, so it can disperse the fluids more evenly throughout the rest of your body to decrease the swelling.
Perfect.
I'm not sure how close you want to get to your feet.
That's all right.
And then once
You do whatever you want to.
spread out, then you can go ahead and again start proximal, but you're going to work it towards him. Okay, so firm pressure.
Yeah, I was just trying to make sure you get
Is
it.
that pressure okay?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Actually, you could squeeze harder. It's not hard.
Then you just want to be careful putting too much pressure over the tibia very superficially. That's going to be uncomfortable. You can kind of get underneath his calf pretty good.
I would use both hands.
Yeah. I got you. Go ahead.
Danny's
Okay.
hand.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, this is fine.
I have to use two hands.
I'm damn near falling asleep.
Wake up. Don't put that in your video.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah, I think your thumb, Danny, is putting. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Thank you.
Is his left worse? It looks like the left is a little worse compared to the right, like around his ankle.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell. It could just be the angle that I'm.
Yeah, actually, the swelling went further down in my left foot than my right this time.
Oh, okay.
But you're seeing it, not me. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking from an angle too. It's kind of hard to tell.
Are the bottoms of his feet pretty swollen too?
On my right foot it is. My left foot's not as bad, but it's still swollen.
Y'all getting pretty good pressure there? You feel like you're actually moving stuff there? Alright.
Hunter, you look like you might be able to push a little harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hunter, you can push actually quite a bit harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that you're pushing, getting enough pressure to actually be pushing fluid out.
Can I push harder?
As long as you don't use your thumb, yeah. Yeah, there you go. If you use your hand, you can push actually quite a bit harder.
Right. This is what we were talking about earlier.
Right.
If you use more fingertip, it's going to be more tender and sharp. So you got to use more surface area of your hand.
Right.
And then try to straighten out his knees as much as you
Yeah,
can.
and I'm trying to keep sliding.
I know, so you don't get the pocket in the back.
Actually, Danny, it's your thumb. Yeah, when you're holding my leg. There you go. That's good. Yeah. Sorry.
It's all good.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video that I showed you, and I hope you learned something that maybe you can talk to your physical therapist about and see if they can help you by performing the same procedure that my physical therapists are performing on me. I'm going to be getting this procedure every other week, and I know that it's definitely going to help me because it has in the past, and hopefully it's going to continue to improve the way that I sit in my wheelchair and the way that I feel each and every day. If you enjoyed this episode of the Morale Monologue, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up, and also, please subscribe to the SMA News Today YouTube channel as well. We would greatly appreciate it. Remember, when you do subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon. That way you'll be notified of any new videos that we produce. We at SMA News Today hope all of you have had a fantastic day. Do me a favor, this upcoming week, do something for yourself that's going to make you a better person. Until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.